How you talking about the already cooked sausage? You always talk about
Hey y'all, and welcome to my channel, Lovey with Nee. I'm Nee, and I hope you guys are having a great, fun-filled Sunday. I honestly don't know when this video is going to drop, but this is the second Sunday of the new year, my first official reset of 2026. Y'all, I think because I was so vigilant on getting all my affairs together, all my ducks in a row before the new year came ringing in, that by the time the first Sunday rolled around, there was really nothing left for me to do. But the same cannot be said for this week right here. I gotta get it together, all right? And let me add this, I do still have Christmas decorations up. You will see that in this video, y'all. I just don't feel like taking them down, okay? I'll be honest. I just don't feel like taking them down, so it is what it is. But with that being said, let's get right into my Sunday reset video, how I refresh, reset, and just get myself together to lighten the load and have a more productive and functional week. It's my first reset of the new year, y'all, and I just want to know, how are you guys feeling about 2026 so far? If you want me to be honest, y'all, 2026 has me nervous yet excited for no other reason than I'm just looking at the goals that I've set for myself. I have a big birthday this year. I'm turning 35, old lady gang gang. And I don't know, I just feel like I've been playing passive for far too long. And this year I'm finally putting myself to a test and holding myself to a higher standard to really see what, what I'm made of. I'm really not gonna lie to y'all. I'm shaking in my boots, but I'm also looking forward to the evolution, what's on the other side of pushing yourself to a higher standard. But enough about all that. Y'all check in with me in the comments. Let me know how you're feeling so far, and let's really get into my reset routine. Meal prepping is first on the list because that is the one task that takes me the longest to do. And I've been on my fitness journey, y'all. So prepping my meals has definitely helped keep me on track. It's a really big part of my fitness journey and the one thing that I will do every single week. Meal prepping also just keeps me from making bad nutritional choices. Does it eliminate all of my bad eating? Absolutely not, but it definitely helps. And the most important thing with meal prepping for me is the amount of time that it saves me during the week with having to decide what I'm going to take to lunch, what I'm going to eat for dinner, this, that, and the other. I don't meal prep my dinners because I do have a husband and we tend to make dinner together some nights, and we also really like fresh meals. However, I tend to almost always meal prep my lunch for work. So this week I'm doing some barbecue chicken sausage with bell peppers, onions, and some broccoli. So one of those meal prep meals that is easy for me to do and that I know is going to be really enjoyable and tasty for me. So that's what I'm doing here. And then I go ahead and pack my lunch for Monday because because why not? I mean, I'm here, I'm in the kitchen, so I might as well go ahead and pack my lunch for Monday, have that done, and then I've done a task for today that's going to help me be more productive tomorrow. I do plan our meals out for the week, so because I've already planned and I know what we're having for tomorrow, which is hamburger, steak, and gravy, I'm just taking it upon myself to go ahead and prep our hamburger meat, just to make it one less thing that I have to do tomorrow when I get off work and prepare dinner. Now, like I said, I do plan our meals by the week, and I do that every single week, but prepping our food before the day is something that I've just started doing, and it has made a big difference in like my mental and my exhaustion and just having more energy to prepare a meal. Now, I am someone who does enjoy cooking, but sometimes when you have a long day of work and you're just really not feeling it, it can be overbearing and something that's more tedious than fun. So doing this just simple task before tomorrow really helps to keep things light and easygoing and a smooth transition into cooking upon arriving from home after work. So if you're not somebody who does that, I definitely recommend prepping your food or whatever you're going to do for dinner the night before, just to make things a little bit easier for yourself. And just a quick side note, I do not cook every single night, okay? I enjoy cooking, but that nightly cooking is not my gospel. 2 to 3 times out of the week is at most you'll see me in the kitchen, and we do eat quite a few leftovers. Y'all, I just don't have it in me to stress out for 5 meals out of the week. We're going to get these good too, eat some leftovers, and then go on about our day and live to fight another week. So if you're somebody who does nightly cooking and it's becoming overbearing for you, try to space your meals out. Have a meal leftover. That's how we do it in our home, and it has done wonders and works very well for us. After all of my cooking and meal prepping is done, I move on to cleaning up the kitchen. Now, normally on Sundays, I do not wash dishes, okay? I normally put my dishes in the dishwasher on Sundays, but because there was only a few dishes, I went ahead and washed them by hand because I knew this task was only going to take me 5 minutes or less. So after I wash the dishes, I'm just going to go through and clean up the kitchen, do a little spot clean off the counters, wiping off the stove, sweeping the floor, all that good stuff. I didn't record this part, but I did clean out the fridge as well. I just did a wipe down and threw out a couple of things that were expired. Nothing too tedious, but just something that was a light and kind of surface level, just to give my kitchen that refreshed, replenished feeling. So now I'm at the point in my routine where I have to make some decisions, y'all. When I do these resets, I'm always thinking of my future self because there's really no telling what may happen unexpectedly. So I'm the type of person that likes to make my load as easy as possible to make room for any twists and turns. I do have ADHD, and y'all, sometimes chaos and clutter is debilitating. So I tend to ask myself the question, what areas need to be clean in order for you to function better? So for me, if my kitchen, bedroom, and living room are clean, then I'm typically at my best self. So I prioritize those areas first in order to help me function, have a clear flow, and steady state, as the kids say. And the way I see it is my bedroom is the first room that I see when I wake up. So I don't want to wake up in chaos. The same thing goes for the living room. The living room is the first room that I see when I come home from work. So whether I have a good day or bad day at work, I still don't want to walk into anything that is chaotic because that will instantly put me in just such a bad headspace. And y'all, when it comes to the kitchen, it's just the way that I grew up. We did not go to bed with a dirty kitchen, so it just does something to me if I know that there are dishes in the sink that could have been cleaned, and it affects my sleep, okay? So kitchen, bedroom, living room have to be clean in order for me to function better. But also thinking about my future self once again, those are just areas that can be done the day before. So Monday is more of an easygoing, relaxing day. So I dust and wipe down our entertainment center, also our coffee table, as well as our side tables, and I did dust our ceiling fan as well. And if you're somebody that has large spaces with a lot of hardwood or towel, I'll definitely recommend you get like a large duster mopper like that, because it just cuts the sweeping time in half and has made that task for me a lot less strenuous. So after I sweep the living room, the kitchen, and also the bathrooms, I'm gonna go ahead and mop our floors, because I like to mop at least once a week, if not twice a week. And I am one of those people that boils the water on the stove before I make my mop water. To me, that just makes sure that it's really breaking down any grime and grease and all that stuff, any stains on our floor. And I did clean the bathrooms earlier today. I just didn't record, so I'm going in our bathrooms and mopping those floors as well. So after all of the cooking, cleaning, and all that other stuff, this is the point in my reset routine where I really feel like I'm actually hitting the reset button. So I'm sitting down and just planning out my new week. So right now my life revolves around fitness and content creating. So I sit down and I plan out my content videos, what I need to film, what I need to edit, what I need to post, anything that encompasses content creating. I sit down and plan that for the week. I've also started planning out my workouts and what I need to do when I'm in the gym. And this has helped me show up to the gym better, because I have clear expectations on what it is I need to get done before leaving the gym or before I'm freed of being in the gym. So that's something I would recommend you do if you're struggling in the gym and with your exercises. Plan it out before you get in there so you don't walk in just blind and not knowing anything to do. And if you're somebody who's new to the gym, do exercises that are easy and that you've seen done, not something that's like brand new. And as you learn your footing and get more accustomed to the gym, then pump it up and do things that are more advanced. That's just my 2 cents on it. Not that y'all asked, but yeah, that's all I have to say on that. So moving on from all of the content creating and the gym planning, y'all, I am a wife. So I plan out any events that we need to go to, our appointments. I mentioned in another video that I started a new job, so I'm looking at insurance and things like that. So anything that has to do with keeping my family afloat and making sure that we have everything we need, I take the time to do that as well. And then I am a to-do lister, okay? One thing I'm going to do is I'm going to write me a to-do list. So I'm always going to do a separate page where I just write out all the things that I need to do during the week in order to make sure that my life runs smoothly. So errands, going to the grocery store, picking up stuff, paying a bill, just anything I need to get done, I write it on that list. And this is a time that I like to do it just right after I've done all of my cleaning and things like that, because once my space is clean, my brain can really release and I just function better, and I just feel like I'm a more organized and put together person whenever I get that done. And the last step of my reset routine, y'all, will always be doing at least one self-care task. Now, self-care doesn't have to be anything big. It can be something small, like watching a movie or eating a snack that you like. This particular day, I decided to take myself a bubble bath, and I just sat in that hot water and marinated like a piece of chicken, okay? I just relaxed and let my brain roam free so I could just really reset reset myself for the week ahead. And I was even double fancy today. I also decided to do my full skincare routine, okay? I pulled out the steamer, I got my products, and I really took time to pamper myself. So like I said, I could just unwind and prepare myself for the week ahead. But self-care looks different for everybody, so always do what works and what's best for you. Anyways, y'all, that's it for my Sunday reset. Every Sunday looks a little different, so I'm sure I will be posting more Sunday reset videos as the year progresses. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a big thumbs up. Drop down in the comments and let me know what you think. Subscribe to my channel, y'all, and don't forget to tell somebody else to come on over and enjoy Lovey with Nee. Thank you guys so very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.